rounding out the list. Pretty interesting there. Bodhi can give ships target locks from him instead of them, so you can keep Wedge and Dutch back. And I'm assuming Zeb is just to kind of round out the list and use probably as a blocker as well. On the other side, we've got another Wedge and another Dutch as well. We've got a Partisan U-Wing and then a Heftober in the U-Wing as well with Leia and Lando. Also Intimidation there. So Hef is going to go in for blocks, try to get those actions going. And then we've got the other U-Wing basically as a support piece, going to be coordinating at I-1 and also possibly as a blocker. It's a pretty interesting list, variants on Rebel Beef for sure for both of them. And we'll see whether the proton torpedoes can kind of overcome the blocking from these U-Wings.
It's weird, proton torpedoes are still good, even after the points update.
Yeah, and they're especially good on these two ships. They've both got the ability to take 2 target locks. They can kind of use that action efficiency to pass each other the target locks. So Dutch can give Wedge, and then Bodhi Rook allows them to take those target locks at any range of him instead of them.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Really, really good kind of combo pieces there that if he gets it off right, can do a lot of damage really fast.
More U-Wings than I've seen in a long time on the table.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So it looks like John is kind of coming up the left-hand side here, bottom of the table here. Sebastian's spreading out. I guess it makes sense. His ships don't particularly care too much about being within a certain range of each other. I think Dutch has got plenty of room to give those target locks.
Okay, there we go.
And Zeb just kind of chilling out the middle.
I haven't seen a Rebel tie on the mat ever since 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, Rex is still okay. The problem is he's so much more expensive now, and there's really just a lot of better options right on for cheap ships. I mean, I think I'd rather have any one of the Z95s.
Yeah.
But in Listus, I think just that 26 points fits well, and you can use it as a blocker. They were rolling. I don't know what for, but oh, he rolled for Lando. Okay. So Zeb 5 forward, just getting out of the way.
Yeah. Looks like he'll get bumped. Maybe a bump?
I think it made it. He just bumped the wing. Yeah.
Okay. Coming up. Maybe gets shot. Oh, locked. Hey, if you spend a torp on the TIE fighter, it's not a torp coming into anything else, right?
That's true. I actually do. Oh, this Dutch does have proton torpedoes. Okay. I don't know. Do you, or do you just take a 2 dice? Because he's got the debris there as well.
If it kills it,
yeah,
I'd torp it.
I'd be worried about rolling a proton torpedo into 4 green dice with a focus, personally.
Yeah, could be bad.
Depends on what Wedge does. If Wedge can, I don't think Wedge will be able to get a shot from where he is now. But if he can, you know,
that's real good.
Then maybe you can take him off the table for sure.
Yeah. All right, the other list is kind of moving up. Slow rolling.
How's he taking the target locks? Oh, is it of any ship?
Oh,
is that
might
why
be.
Zeb is out there?
Let's take a look. I actually don't know Bodhi's ability anymore.
Me neither. I thought it was him, but I could be wrong because I haven't flown it in 2.0.
We are looking up. Friendly ships can acquire locks onto any of any friendly ships. All right. Okay, real good.
So that's what Zeb is doing. Zeb is just kind of getting into range 3 of anything, and now, Wedge, Dutch, and the Ewing all have their target locks set up, which
that's
is
actually pretty insane.
Pretty good combo here. So Zeb just isn't just a random include.
Yeah,
he's fast. He can
cheap,
get in there.
yeah.
Absolutely. If you had the points, Sabine would be great, but I don't think you want to give anything else up here.
Yeah. So in the points update coming for the summer, what do you see? Torps go up or they stay the same?
I think they stay the same. I don't think they need to go up at all. They're not, in this list, 24 points for 2 extra dice.
Yeah.
It's not absurdly undercosted. So, and so that was a proton torp. It looks like into Zeb.
I think Zeb took 1, 2.
Looked like a hit crit to me, but we'll see what he puts down.
Let me take a look. He only took 1.
Took 1. Okay. And Zeb just got removed from the table, so I believe the Ewing got to finish him off there.
I think the resistance 5s are okay.
I think they're fine.
The A-wings probably need to go up a little bit. Running 5 with everything you want.
The problem is if they go up too much, there's no like Z95 or TIE Fighter until they get another ship. I think that has to fill the role. And they can't explode. Lulo's great and very, very well priced, but when you put Lulo down to 2 dice, he can explode very, very easily. So I don't have a problem with any of the Resistance 5s. I think it's a really good squad, but I don't think it's busted in any way.
I don't know. It had its day. Like Danger Zone, what's Lulo, Neon, and Poe is real good. And you can pretty much put whatever you want on those.
Yeah, for sure. Leia probably will go up. I'd say 4 points, maybe 5. Not too much higher than that. I don't think you.
2 was kind of.
Yeah, I think the thing with Leia is people. It's very good, but I think you still fly Rebel Beef without her. I really do. I don't see her as a linchpin of that squad.
It feels pretty good to be able to just.
It sure does.
Take a turn, turn around, and for nothing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely helpful, but I don't.
Yeah, you really got some low. You really got some low evade dice there. With the high Alpha Strike or like a Swarm you run through might be real dangerous.
Yeah, you've got Wedge there as well. I mean, if they're shooting your U-wings, they're not shooting Wedge. And that's the thing about these Rebel Beef squads: is you're shooting something, you're not shooting the rest of it. And that's a real. You kill something, you better make sure you've done it without taking too much damage yourself.
It's U-wings did they go down in price in the last points update?
No.
Or did other things go down or up so they kind of became more viable?
It's just Leia that went down, and Lando as well.
Yeah.
Lando went down to 2. The inclusion of the additional U-wing pilots in hyperspace has been nice.
Yeah. Here's the thing about the meta in Canada. It's all over the place. Every time we come up, there's another great squad that's up here. So a lot of times I'll see something, I'm like, that can't be that good. Then turns out it's real good. So
yeah.
2 U-Wings on the list? Sure, I guess.
There's a lot of really, really good players up here in Canada, and when you're a really good player, you can take something that doesn't look that great on the surface, or rather, it is not very well known because people aren't playing it everywhere else, and really do some work. So the U-Wing doing a Lando and getting both tokens. Lando's one of my favorite cards. I think definitely underrated.
Lando's super good.
I throw him in on tons of squads that.
Wait, they put
Rebel
his
squads.
point down. Was he like 2, 3
It's
points?
2.
Yeah,
It's 2 points. Yeah.
super good.
So Zeb's gone. So the whole Bodhi sending him out there, that's kind of a one-trick pony now. But he does have the target locks coming in here. So both.
Double mod shots.
Yeah, both Dutch and Wedge are going to get to shoot both their proton torpedoes. And they've got target locks on 2 of the ships, so they can shoot them 2 turns in a row without having to take another action, which is really nice. So we'll have to see if that makes up for losing Zeb so quickly there.
I haven't seen a quad Phantom here, though, have you?
There's one directly in front of us.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I think I only see 1 or 2.
Speak of a list that probably used some...
I would be
adjusting.
surprised if that didn't go up again, or rather, I'd rather see just the talent taken away from it. I think without Juke, they're fine.
Yeah.
But it just pushes it over the top. I'd rather keep generic Phantoms flyable at a lower points cost and just take away the evade
Okay,
or the juke ability.
4 hits rolling in, I think. Okay, yep.
And that is a proton torp. Looks like from Wedge.
Okay.
Ooh, ion.
Yep.
Ouch. So that's Dutch going 1 forward next turn.
Dutch has one.
This Dutch? They're both fine.
Yeah, that guy's Dutch up. Okay. Jeez. Here's some high damage output shots.
So that's a proton back into Wedge. That's 2 shields and a crit, if I'm not mistaken. Fuel leak. Ouch.
Fuel leak. Is it fuel leak?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not a great first card to get.
No.
Basically means another crit will kill you, and there's still lots of proton torpedoes to be
Yeah,
had
yeah,
here,
they're flying all over the place.
Absolutely. Wedge has 1 on him.
Who's Wedge?
That's it.
Oh. Something just exploded.
That is Dutch Vander.
Yep.
So Dutch on Dutch violence.
Dutch is removed. On the right side. Yep.
Well, we said it in the beginning. Proton torpedoes is going to be a bloody match.
Yeah.
2 ships gone. In what, round 3, 4?
Yeah. Jeez. Still an hour left.
Still an hour, yeah. That's what Rebel Beef does, and when you're playing them against each other, I think you just fly at each other and shoot, though.
Yeah.
There's not much art dodging to be done. I mean, Wedge can do a little bit, but...
Action in this one, huh, boys?
It's pretty nuts. This is Turns out torps are good when you have double mods. Go figure. I keep looking at the K fighters for Scum, but they have a missile slot. Just it's not that torp slot though, so it always feels like missiles are like, nah.
Yeah, I agree. I wish they'd made all missiles less powerful, but you can fire them all with focus. It just kind of differentiate them a lot.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of times they feel like less powerful torpedoes.
Yeah.
Right now, so. So we are on dials. Looks like I'm getting set. And unfortunately here what's going to be able to happen pretty easily is we'll see probably Brody go forward, and that U-wing right there has already got the target locks on it because of the R3s.
Yep.
So depending on how fast the U-wing went, I mean, we could see 2 more torpedo shots right into that U-wing.
Yeah, I feel like you rush like he's doing. Just go in there and try to...
Yeah. But if Dutch did a 1 forward, that's...
yeah, what do you do?
Yeah.
It's Rebels. Like,
yeah.
You just kind of deal with it sometimes.
Ooh, 2 evades, nice. Moderately helpful against a 3 torpedo, or two torpedoes being shot at you.
You don't say.
Looks like that U-wing did not bump. So they will be trading range 1 shots.
At least it's not torp. I guess it's my best. I mean, it's still probably...
it kind of is, though.
Yeah. This is not a free crit, I guess.
Yeah.
Gotta at least try to roll it. I just want to give a shout out to the gentleman who built that table too. It's a super sweet X-Wing table.
Yeah, absolutely. It might be a little hard to see from the stream, but the place where all their tokens and cards are is actually set down a level, and there's actually lights underneath it.
Yeah.
So it looks really, really, really cool.
No, I agree, Nick Gardner. The mod slot, it does like. The problem is it's got those 2 evade dice, so all the good mods, like if you want to do shield upgrade, hull upgrade, stealth device, are all kind of expensive on it. And to put more than 1 feels a lot. You're dumping into a fighter that just kind of pops.
I think if you want to make it an ace, if you put a shield and a hull upgrade, that's 11 points for 2 extra hull. It's not a horrible deal. You kind of get the choice, and that's what the K fighter I think is supposed to give you. They're probably a little too expensive, but as more and more mods come out, I think we'll see.
Yeah, they don't have a linked action.
Yeah.
Like that's why play that when you play an X-Wing. X-Wings are just better in like every aspect.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, Wedge trying to run,
Looks
or at least not being an arc.
Yeah, so they put another. Dutch put his second target lock onto Wedge. Just a focus from John's Wedge there.
Uh-oh.
Now this is interesting because Sebastian's Wedge here is down half points. He's got 3 life left. Do you barrel roll out of the way if you can?
Yeah.
And just take a 1 modified?
Still gonna get you.
Yeah. I think that's the correct decision.
Maybe he gets out of both arcs?
I think you risk it even if if you're taking 2 shots, you are probably dead.
I think he might have just gotten out.
Yeah.
Maybe. No. Yes. No.
It's a close one.
Maybe he just did it.
You might have to move the U-wing there.
They're checking to see if it's an arc. That's really important here.
Really close, yeah. If that's not an arc, then...
It's bad news for Jean.
Yeah.
I think they ruled it was... I don't know. We'll see.
No, it's Sebastian rolling his attack dice,
Yep.
so...
2.
Just 2. So I believe that's 2 shields off a wedge.
So... comes a torp. Jeez.
Oh, no. They're seeing whether that one's cocked.
Oh my gosh.
Spend it. Now, is that into the U-wing, or did he have range on wedge there?
I think it rains on wedge.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's going to have 3 dice, it looks like, through the rock.
Oh no.
So, we'll see what the crit is.
Blinded pilot? Sounded like?
No, panicked. I think it was 2 stress.
Panic
Yep, 2 stress. Ouch.
pilot? So 1 hull left?
1 hull left for this wedge. So this is some U-wing on U-wing violence, it looks like. Double of 8s. Wedge could have used those.
Yeah. Yeah, really could have. Jeez, this is a nuts game.
Yeah, now the partisan U-wing has to decide range 2 into Dutch or range 1 back into the U-wing. I think the proton torps are gone, though?
I think so. Okay. Sorry, that was bothering me. The blue, some of the felt had been moved.
Oh.
So you see the hand, like the...
Gotcha, yeah. So that was 1. So that's Dutch taking 2 shields, I believe.
Okay.
Still a very close game. 65 to 60 by my count right now. So
Jeez. I mean, Wedge taking all that damage was just...
yeah.
That was crazy.
But that's exactly what Sebastian's list is designed to do, right? He sacrificed Zeb in order to kind of get this attack off.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
If he doesn't erase something there, it's all for nothing, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was I mean, jeez, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
I guess you do a TIE fighter because maybe it lives, right? Like it's 3 of 8 dice. Sometimes you just live. So as Gene, do you close your wings, turn 90 degrees right, and try to get a shot on that wedge? As that U-wing he's got, the one all the way to the left, the partisan colored.
Yeah, I think
You
so.
just go for it?
I think you see Leia here from Jean. So there's no stress. You can turn wedge around possibly.
Man, heavy torp. That's. I don't think a torp's done less than 4 this game.
Wedge has 1 left, so there's 3 on.
3 games on it?
Yes.
Turns out when you get to throw 4 dice with no range bonus, it's pretty good.
Yep, Wedge reducing your agility.
Yeah. Turns out Wedge is pretty good, guys. You heard it here first.
Sorry.
Breaking news, Wedge is good.
So this is probably the turn of the match, I think. Here.
Yeah.
You know, who can get the better engagement right now is going to be very important.
So where do you think Jean's wedge is going?
My gut says if he's doing Leia, which doesn't look like it, I was going to say 4K. I think maybe a 2 hard here.
Okay.
So that's Lando, I believe that was a focus.
Doing a
So that's a stop from Hef.
the pivot.
Yep. And remember, Hef gets that extra action
Yep.
if he stops. So
Oh, I thought it was Hef if he gets hit. It only bumps him.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
And intimidation doesn't hurt either.
No, it's pretty okay on him.
Yeah.
I wonder how many times he's gotten to shoot at something that's bumped Hef with wedge and removes 2 evade die from them. That must feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Or pretty bad, depending if you're getting shot.
Yeah, absolutely. I have seen a list that's Wedge and Hef, and it has Arvel as well.
Oh
so you
my
can
gosh.
you can really go all in on
Jeez.
intimidation. The problem is if you're up against aces and you get it wrong,
Yeah,
you're not shooting them at all. So I mean that would be a good place for Sense Luke
Yeah,
to fill out the list. I don't know how many points you have left over after that, but sounds like I know what I'm flying next.
Yeah, it's tough building a squad right now, knowing that the points update's in June 25th, I said?
Yep, June 25th. They said they're going to do it as part of their stream. So if you follow FFG on Twitch, they do a stream. I think it's once a week, but they do different games. But the X-Wing one is on the 25th.
Yeah, I
so-
generally only pay attention if they do Legion or X-Wing.
Yeah, for sure.
You see new cards.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
And
they
then-
tend to do it while I am working.
And then I only pay attention again if it's a developer or one of the designers I'm familiar with. So
Yeah, absolutely. So that is a target lock going on to Wedge from
Yikes.
Bodhi.
I think this might be 2 dead wedges this game. This turn, maybe?
Possibly. Oh, sorry, he coordinated Dutch. So he coordinated Dutch, who gave Wedge one. So
Oh, jeez.
they're both back to 2 target locks,
Good golly, Miss Molly.
and it looks like he's gonna bump, and that's why he did that. So it makes sense.
Yep.
And that's another 2-point card. You know, we talk about Leia, we've talked about Landos. Tactical officer's really great for 2
Tack
points.
Officer's super amazing.
Absolutely.
Jeez. I almost want to put on anything that can take it. Because
Yeah.
2 points, who cares?
Yeah, the only ship I'd consider not taking it is a Reaper, because sometimes you want those red actions to not have to
Well, Reaper
move.
specifically. On the Decimator, I think it's worth 2 points if you don't have 2 crew you really need on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Depends what to run the Decimator as, though. I don't know. I don't really see it as a coordinate barge.
Yeah.
Gosh, this is...
So Wedge is bumping his own hef,
Yep.
which obviously, I mean, we assume that's planned.
Yeah, because he knew Hef was turning, right?
Yeah, and I wonder whether he's trying to just make sure Wedge can't be sneaky and get a shot on him there.
Yeah. If you could trade Wedge for Wedge, that'd be okay, right?
Yeah. So we'll see if the 4K, I'm assuming 4K makes it here. So they're calling over a judge just to
Calling
see.
Judge for this. This is an important turn if it makes it.
Yep. I think he does. Sad.
Yeah, this is going to be real sad if he makes it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Remember, the Wedge has the target lock as well. So
Yeah, good lord.
it's 4-on-1 and a target lock for Wedge, which
Jeez.
is tough.
It's mean, man.
Yep. So very, very, very likely a dead Wedge here for John.
You guys want something to drink? Coffee? You're good?
We got it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bruno being an amazing host.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like,
Do you think if we asked for alcoholic beverages, he would have gone and got us some?
yeah, right. Yeah, sure. It's Quebec. Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, sure, it's noon, but... So Wedge
Yikes.
goes boom, I would assume.
Yikes.
Yep.
Yeah, that feels bad.
I think it's hard to get out of that.
Yeah. Maybe he was trying to block the 4K with that bump?
Possibly.
And then it
Or
just
maybe
didn't
block the
quite-
3 talon roll,
Yeah.
which he would have blocked a 3 talon roll. So.
Yeah. Jeez.
So Sebastian up to 91 points.
Gene's Vadesh not doing him any favors. Oh, there's one. All right, I'll say it's not doing him any favors, man. Sebastian's on fire.
Yep. 2 Ewings versus the world. So this is Sebastian's Ewing, spending the target
one.
lock for just 1.
Got it?
Man, the Ewings can roll evades just fine.
Yeah. Jeez. This game's all over the place, man. This is a bloody game. We still got 38 minutes left.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And
Swan?
that's got to be Hef.
Got it.
I believe that was on the Ewing.
Yeah. No, shield.
Yeah. So Bodhi is down to shield.
All right, so I don't. What's the win condition right now for Gene?
It's really tough.
Yeah, hope those
Hef-
Ewings can
Hef
like.
is stressed because there was not a Leia trigger.
Yep.
He can still do a white K turn with Leia this turn if he wants to,
Yep.
which might be a good idea, just to get him out of the fire and make sure he has a shot. I think you have to finish off Wedge as quickly as possible. Wedge has
Yeah.
got 3 life for Sebastian. I think he needs to go.
Yeah.
The problem is, in order to do that, you're probably going to want both of your Ewings shoot him in each turn, and that's tough with an I6.
Yeah. I6 with the reposition, right?
Yep, which every position which he gets to choose, right?
Yep.
He can open his wings, he can keep them closed. He knows where you are, so. And I think if you pop Leia here, you can stop the other U-wing, the partisan as well. I don't think he should be moving.
Yeah, no.
I think that's probably a good idea. Worst case scenario, you get some shots.
Yeah, this is just really not looking good.
No. You can see John really thinking about this.
Yeah,
it's
this
a big,
is
it's
a
a
big
big
move,
turn.
man.
He's got plenty of time though, so it's if he can still do it. It's tough,
Yeah, it's
but
not
it can still
impossible.
happen.
Dice are dice.
Yeah,
Right? Sometimes.
if there was 10 minutes left, he's it's probably over. But
Yeah. You still got half an hour.
yeah.
It's weird. This mall has a Walmart built into it. I'm from America. Our Walmarts are free. They're just built all over the place.
Our Walmarts are the malls.
Yeah, right.
Everything you can buy in a mall, you can just go into Walmart and buy.
It's kind of sad. All right. So this is still a big turn. I don't really know what the correct play is for Gene. I know Sebastian's probably feeling pretty good right now.
I think you've got to you've got to use it while you have the opportunity to.
You gotta use it while she's still on the table, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't. I don't think you use heft for blocking anymore, because I don't think you can shoot it while you block, right?
Correct.
So, maybe you try and block something and then get a shot on something else. That's fine, but
Yeah.
you don't try and block wedge. You need to shoot him.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
So the partisan doing a U-turn to the bottom of the board, or not a
Interesting.
U-turn, a stop to the bottom. That is, I did not expect that. I thought he might just stop and stay where he was,
yeah.
and he stopped as well. So maybe he is going for the block on wedge and hoping that range one I1 U-wing can do the work.
Yeah.
Not a bad
Let's
idea.
see.
It's
See
good.
what happens.
I mean, Hef has intimidation,
Yep.
so if he gets the block on wedge,
I've seen games swing on a couple good rolls.
yeah, wedge is stressed. But if you did the 3-4, that might be problematic.
Oh, opening the wings.
Yep, absolutely.
Maybe yes. Okay.
Love these U-wing models with the moving wings. Such a fantastic ship to add to the game and the Star Wars universe.
If only K2SO piloted it.
I can't believe he's not in 2.0. I can only assume they were
There's
giving
got to
heads
be
up.
some weird rights thing with that, right? Like he's not
No,
in Legion
so-
or he's not in X-Wing either.
I can only assume they were given a heads up by Disney that Cassian Andor and K2SO would have their own Disney show. That's
Perhaps.
all I can assume.
Yeah.
Why else would you not put him in the game?
Perhaps, yeah.
So I don't even care what his ability is. Just leave it blank. I'll fly him. And I want a K2SO crew would be nice as well for the
Well,
Rebels.
yeah. I
you
mean,
know?
a crew I thought would be for sure.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to be a 2.0 new, like, hey, we forgot him. Here he is.
Yeah.
He adds a calculate, and if you say a quip, a snarky quip, you get another calculate.
Yeah. So Dutch tried to leave. Probably didn't expect the stop and the pointing down from the U-wing. So the U-wing will get a range 1 shot if he wants to take that on Dutch. Dutch getting the double target lock. And passing it off to Wedge, I would assume. Because it's a choir, so he can do it.
Alright, this... I don't know, man. I don't know where it's going to go. Let's see where Wedge goes.
Yeah, absolutely. I wonder whether he gave the U-wing...
A bump?
Yeah.
What's going on here? Dunk.
So, that's excellent from John then.
Yeah.
You know, he gets the shot onto Wedge. Wedge rolls 1 dice. Could be dead Wedge,
Yeah.
you know.
He really needs Wedge to go. Like,
Yeah.
needs Wedge to go.
Unfortunately, Wedge gets to shoot first. So
Yeah.
Here comes the 4 dice, so that
And
was a
4.
range 1. Ooh,
3
man.
hits. Sure. 3 shields.
Yep, the S foils are
Closed.
so they get 1 less dice.
Or the pivot wing.
Pivot wing, yeah.
Whoa. What was that from?
That's got to be from his
The other
U-wing, right?
U-wing, yeah.
Bodhi's, yeah. All right, seems good.
Oh.
Nope, that gets added now. That's the rule.
Yeah. Jeez.
So that is really tough.
Good
Is that a
Lord.
dead U-wing?
No, loose stabilizer. Okay. Which one took that damage, Pat?
That's the partisan. And I believe it's down to 1.
Yeah, so it should have 5.
Yeah.
Or 4. 4.
So it'll have 4. Yeah. That's rough.
Jeez. Yeah, you don't need mods when you just roll 4 hits.
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow, dice turned around on him.
Wedge takes a crit, and that crit is loose stabilizer. Not really that big of a deal.
Wedge? Wedge should have... Wedge has 2 hull left?
Wedge has 1 hull left now.
Okay.
Unless that fuel leak went off, it did
So
not.
3.
So this wedge will have 3 on him. A crit there would have killed him.
Yep.
Oh, and so the first shot from John was the Haftober shooting at probably that U-wing.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much damage is on the U-wing. We might want to check.
Yeah, I'll go check.
Brody.
I'll
Yeah.
go do a damage check.
All right.
Two on Dutch, 3 on the U-wing.
2 damage here, 3 damage there.
2 on Dutch, 3 on the U-wing. Yep.
That's cards or shields too?
The shields are gone. That's damage on.
Okay. By my count, it's 113 to 114.
Really? Holy cow. A point off.
Yeah. I think, though, with still 25 minutes left, Sebastian has enough ships left where he can tip the balance pretty easily.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I don't know anything about this match anymore, man. I have a hard time commentating what's going on because it's just so everything's swinging left and right so hard.
so quick. Too.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, he took that Ewing went from full health to 1.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure did.
what?
So
okay,
the partisan
sure.
is running away. Sounds good. F going for the block, maybe hoping he can finish off Dutch there.
Yep.
Gets a focus from Lando.
Dutch just doing a 1 forward. Okay. Thought he might. I guess he can still hand out target locks. Let's say he might 4K to try to get back into the fight.
Yeah. They have a barrel roll, but it's red.
Yeah.
If he gets out arc, it might be worth it. But I think you're just delaying a turn, right?
Yeah, he's just doing barrel like target locks, right? Why not?
Yeah. Seems smart. Wedge gets both the target locks as well. Just such a great ability.
Jeez.
And then Hef is going to get that extra action, though, so I'm assuming a target lock will go down onto Dutch as well.
Yeah.
I suspect we've got a K-turn coming from Wedge, though. That's going to be trouble for Jean.
Hey, what do you do? Like, I don't. At this point, I don't know what else you could have done.
Yeah. No, but you've when you're behind, you've got to take the risks. It's not a bad idea to take those risks to try to catch up, right?
Yeah.
So.
Two. Okay.
F doesn't need the target lock.
Take 2. That was 2 more into Dutch, I believe.
Dutch, yeah. So Sebastian's Dutch should have 2 left. If we're doing our counting right.
It's pretty crazy. Dutch should have at least. Dutch should have. Yeah, Dutch has. Oh, the Y-wings have 6, right? 6 hull.
6 halts
Yep.
shield, yeah.
Jeez. But on my side, it looks
So we're down to about 20 minutes.
I'm honestly surprised the game's going this long after that first opening.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of the U-wings have a lot of hull, 8 hull behind 2 or 1 is not
Jeez.
not horrible. So
Yeah.
Flipping over a crit there, not sure which one it was.
The partisan had 4 wounds on him, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yep. Bodhi is doing a stop, pointing towards the partisan. Gonna see if you can take a range 3 and knock him out.
Yeah. Worth a shot.
Yep, absolutely. No needs 1, right?
Yep. Oh, yep, it's going in for it.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, let's see what happens here.
Wedge gets an action.
Wedge is just doing whatever he wants.
Yeah. So I fully expect the partisan to just be off the table this turn.
Yeah. Jeez.
Extra dead.
Yeah, Wedge just does whatever he wants. Man.
Yeah.
Console fire.
I'm surprised he spent the torpedo there.
Yeah.
I would have maybe
Oh,
just.
did he? I thought he just ranged one in the back of the U-wing.
No, I thought that was Wedge from downtown, right?
I thought that was Wedge right into the U-wing in front of him.
No, because he took the partisan off the table.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it must have been a proton.
Yep.
I'm surprised you don't save that for Hef though, but
Yeah.
because I think 3 would have done it, but he takes away a range bonus and another dice, so
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
just guaranteeing it
Yeah.
makes sense.
One U-wing versus the world.
Yep, everything is fine here.
Everything's fine. Nothing's on fire. So here's a funny story about our hotel room. I booked it a few months ago, and as we're driving up, I booked it because normally I sleep on a cot and sleeping bag, and this one had 3 beds. And I was so jazzed to have 3 beds in a room, I didn't have to sleep on a cot. And then Jay pulls up on his phone while I was driving up. He goes, "Did you get the one with bunk beds or full beds?" And I say, "Well, full beds, of course." And then he's like, "Well, there's a lot of bunk beds in this hotel." And I was physically sweating on the way up. And I'm like, "Oh, geez, please, I didn't get bunk beds, like children's bunk beds in this hotel."
I was in for bunk beds. I was down. I was ready. I mean, I would have constantly made fun of you, but
That's fine. I mean, you guys, that was most of the car ride up anyway, so
that's why you keep us around.
that's fair.
Lando, nothing, so the opponent gets to choose.
Focus.
Gave him an
Oh,
evade.
evade. Yeah, okay.
Makes sense. Can't use it on offense.
Yeah, yep. Good point.
And Dutch, I assume, will just continue to pass out target locks.
Yeah. Jeepers creepers. Okay, so odds that this U-wing lasts the rest of this turn.
Well, he's not getting shot. He's only getting shot by the U-wing.
That's range 1 though, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's like a proton torpedo
sure is. With a target lock.
with the target lock.
So that's one hit.
Hit crit.
Hit crit. Those are blanks. Hey, the evade.
The evade, the evade.
So takes a crit.
Loose stabilizer.
Ouch.
Yep, that's not great.
Ouch. That's pretty.
He's down
definitive
to
right there.
that U-wing should be down to one hull left. The partisan.
Partisan
F
is dead.
Tobler, I mean.
That was Hef.
Was that the first damage you took?
I have no idea.
Okay. 1 second. Let me get a damage count.
Hef coming back at Dutch with 3. One's a crit. That should do it. So that is Dutch off the table as well.
on Hef.
Okay, so that's a first damage on Hef. So Hef is down to 4 life, and we've just taken Dutch off the table.
Well, the bunk beds looked like children's sheets. I mean, I suppose I could have. Well, it has a pool with a slide. Man, I really missed out on a lot here.
You did good, yeah. This is you could have booked us a hotel for children. It's got a water slide. It's got bunk beds.
It's got bunk beds, so much room for activities.
Yeah. It's right next to a McDonald's. You can get us a Happy Meal. That's a spammer. Delete them. So I think Leia was popped there for Hef. One last roll of the dice. He's taken a damage to not go straight.
Okay.
And is he just going to stick where he is? Yep, he's staying where he is. He's staying where he is and taking the focus, not risking a Lando there. He wants the focus for offense.
Sure.
And he gets a bump, so now he gets a target lock on Wedge too.
Oh, jeez.
Really good move here from
Yeah,
Hef.
yeah.
I mean, if he takes Wedge off the board, he has to.
He's got to get wedge. Like.
I mean, if Wedge did it too hard here, this is tough, but it's a 2 bank, which is great for Hef right here. If he has an arc, which I'm not sure whether he does. That's my little move.
Guess what?
That's mine. All right, so Wedge barrels, and I think he gets out of arc there, which is real unfortunate because that was a great move
Yeah.
for Hef there. Kind of a last roll of the dice there.
I mean, at this point, what do you do?
If he doesn't do straight, I think he takes another crit.
Yeah.
Right, because that doesn't get turned down, or does it?
I think it.
Let's read our French cards.
Oh, yes. Let's read this damage check. Oh wait, it's all in.
Oh, you know what? It does get turned down,
Yeah.
so that's fine. But what do you do here now? Do you stop again? Wedge will just,
Yeah.
because if you stop, Wedge turns in and kills you.
Yeah. Dude, I'm honestly surprised he still lasts this long with Hef Tobler.
Yeah.
With Dutch still on the table.
Yeah.
Oh no, Dutch is gone. I'm sorry, Dutch gone. You got 11 minutes. Yep.
So I think you stop here again. I think it's
Yeah.
you have to risk it. And then, unfortunately for John, Sebastian, or Bodhi Rook is worth 53 points. Hef, 52.
Oh no! Oh my gosh! Tragedy simulator.
Yeah. Oh, zoom, going super fast.
Maybe try to duck wedge.
Maybe.
Maybe call a.
Oh,
Okay,
there we
dang,
go,
all right.
baby. Lando coming in good. The thing is, you're taking a shot behind from the Ewing, right? So.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess that's super defensive. That's about as good as you're gonna get.
So he procced Leah, so he stopped, and he gets the block on wedge.
Yeah.
You can now do the U-turn next turn. So he's buying himself some time here.
Yeah. Two. Spend the evade. Got him. Still alive, baby. Gotta finish this fight.
Hef needs a promotion.
Yeah. F. Tobler, hero of the
Correct.
resistance.
I'm going to promote him to I4.
Yeah. Hero of the rebellion.
I mean, you probably got to do a 0 stop and turn here.
Yeah. Just try to kill Wedge, right?
Yeah, they got a 4K too. I guess you get 4K.
Actually, because Wedge probably just does a 1 forward, assuming you bump, so he doesn't get shot. Right?
Yeah, and then maybe Wedge is out of range.
Yeah.
Like you get straight shots with the U-wing.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Oh.
Doing a 3 bank there.
Okay. Just getting himself some room.
Yep. Oh,
Oh,
again.
jeez, man.
So this has happened to me where I've done this 2-3 times in a row, and man, you really those 2 points pay for themselves at that point.
Yeah.
You know?
It just already did, right?
Yeah.
That's a free action.
Yeah,
Twice.
I don't think he's overpriced though, because there's plenty of times where you get one action and you don't get to choose it.
Yeah.
So.
All right, Wedge is doing the Talon.
No, I think that's a 2 hard. I'm surprised he didn't do the 3 Talon roll.
Yeah. Well, I guess he didn't think you would just bail, right?
Doing the boost makes sense. And taking a focus. Just in case he can shoot. I don't think he will.
No, he's, yeah.
And then we're going to have a range 3 from downtown.
Jeez.
So 2 into the U-wing.
Got
Fine, because he's got that.
All the
advantage.
mods, yeah.
It was fine. He'd have to roll 2 blanks to take any, or he'd have to roll 3 blanks to take any
3
damage.
blanks, yep.
Yeah. Hef survives another turn.
Yeah, jeez.
Unfortunately, I think that 2 hard from Wedge here makes it just fine. Oh, he's stressed. So Wedge will do a 1 bank, so you really can't stop.
So do you just do like a 90-degree turn and blast Wedge?
I think so.
And just go for him?
I think you've got to turn towards the bottom of the board.
Yep, and just shoot.
Yeah. Hope Wedge doesn't kill you.
Got it again.
Wow, 3 turns in a row, Lando coming up. Never tell Lando the odds, I think is the lesson
Yeah,
learned
yeah,
here.
jeez. Coming up clutch.
That's right, this deal keeps getting better all the time. I can keep going if you want.
I have altered the deal. Pray to alter it further. You will wear these clown shoes, and people will refer to you as Mary.
Here's the problem, though. He's not
yeah.
shooting, and he's getting shot.
Yeah.
And I think at some point, maybe he's waiting for Leia to proc again.
What?
Just one crit. Rolled off the table. Spend the evade to not get killed. And no shot from Bodhi.
Yep.
So,
man, Bodhi was the real champ this game, huh?
yeah, riding his luck there a little bit with Wedge. Target lock into 1.
Yeah.
But plenty of time to get to it. I mean, you have Bodhi coordinate him a target lock, and then Wedge is double modded.
No, sure.
So, but you've got a turn, I think, at some point, right?
Yeah.
The problem is now if he turns and Wedge does that one bank, he can barrel out of arc.
Sure.
So you might try 4K.
Hey, Jay.
Hey.
What do you think's going to happen here?
Well,
So we got one U-wing being chased by an X-wing and a U-wing. Give us your pro tip. Hot take.
Well, you see that that U-wing up top there?
Sure do.
Yeah. I think what he's going to do is he's going to bank the other way.
Oh, really throw him
Like,
out?
you
Okay.
think he's going to come towards us?
Yeah.
Right? Nuh-uh.
No, sir. Not
Because
today.
Wedge is going to think he's going that way too. He's going to go whoopity-woo towards the right edge.
So that'd be a 3 whoopity-woo?
3 whoopity-woo into a 4 T-splat.
Okay, you got it. All right.
And then he'll dodge.
then touch. And then take an aim and then a dodge action.
Yeah, and then he'll be the hero of the resistance.
All right, that was a hot take from Jay Schlansky, everybody, on the next power move that'll happen.
I disagree with nothing that was said.
oh,
Sad.
oh, he didn't do it.
Oh, the plan's ruined.
Orlando just gets him the evade this time. Sad.
Yeah, well.
See, if he had gone towards the table edge, he wouldn't have been able to shoot him.
Yeah. So really nice. Both players working together to make sure they move quickly. Give everyone enough time. Looks like the U-wing's making the turn and Wedge coming in. So
Yeah.
Should have gone towards the table edge.
everyone's getting shot this turn. We'll see if what Wedge can do first. 3-on-1. There it is.
Yikes. Oh, gosh.
Rogue dice.
Rogue dice.
He gets the evade, taking just 2 crits, Evan.
Panic pilot.
Oh, that's the worst.
Good golly.
Oh,
Jeez, come on. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, the worst combination. So, Hef down to 1 here. That's probably the worst combination of crits.
Yeah, that's you never get to take an action again. Thanks for playing.
Yeah. Hey, you can go 1 forward. It works.
Sure can go 1 forward.
Oh.
Huh.
So he has 5 points on him now? Or 4?
So the double evades, giving him another turn.
Jeez. Oh,
Sad.
come on. It just doesn't seem fair.
You know, Hef's doing okay on defense, but the offense not so much.
Just doesn't seem fair.
Yeah. Well, whatever the case, and I think it's going to be tough for John to pull this one out.
Oh yeah, no,
It's been a very exciting and interesting game.
Yes. Dude, that first 15 minutes was just nuts.
Absolutely, yeah. We've got Hef just doing a 3-bank, or maybe that was a 2-bank, just trying to get rid of as much stress as possible.
Just for everyone tuning in now, this is going to be toward the end of the second round. This is the Alpha Condor Challenge 2. We are the 5th Trooper. We came up from Syracuse to Streamform, and this has been a real fun event so far.
We're in Quebec City.
We're in Quebec City, where we are fish out of water in the most extreme sense. None of us speak a lick of French, and every sign's in French.
About X.
Yeah. And our Google phones are giving us directions in kilometers, and that's disorienting. Jay, if you know one thing about X-Wing, it's that Wedge is way better in this game than he is in Legion. Considerably better, maybe one of the best pilots in the game, as compared to Legion, where he's a 5-point maybe.
So Heffel has a stress. He's going to have to, I'm assuming, 1 bank. Oh, 2 bank, all right. He might survive to the end.
Yeah.
He might make it.
Run.
His
Run,
stress
Hef.
is gone. I think you Lando this. Lando, here we go, baby. Give him an evade, maybe.
Focus.
Nope, gives him the evade.
I would have done the focus there. I guess it makes your dice a little bit better, but
When you're rolling 3 dice, I think focus is
yeah,
not
fair.
bad. They're pretty close to even. So that's time in the round. Let's see if Hef can survive 1 more round of shooting.
So they get to finish.
Yes. And
Yeah,
that
Sebastian's been on
is
fire this game.
Wedge murdering Hef.
Oh, yeah. That's it. Oh, holy cow.
Took it to the last round. That's impressive.
Took it to the last round with a burning Ewing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good
Well done to
game.
both players. All right, so that's the end of round 2. Not sure if they're doing a lunch break, but we'll be back for round 3 here shortly.